अर्जुन, सत्यम, विनीत, माने. विनीतची बायको त्याला काय म्हणेल? विजय माने, विनीत माने ची बायको त्याला काय म्हणेल? माने याना माने मैं तेरी हो गई. काय? माने, तू माने याना माने मैं तेरी हो गई. I want your attention now. Yesterday, I had the complete concentration. ओम लहारे, ओम लहारे. त्याची बायको त्याला काय म्हणेल? लहारे, थोडं तरी पाहणारे. काय? केव्हा काय म्हणेल? लहारे, किती लहान रे. हाय मृदुल, आयुष, हॅलो. देखो अभी मेरे तरफ. Yesterday, we saw some fantastic applications of the concept of annuity. One more question, a very important question is there. You can add that question first of all, and then we will discuss. Just write that additional question. Write the question quickly. Means don't write quickly. ऐसा मत लिखो क्या? Quickly. Quickly लिखो, but quickly ऐसा मत लिखो. Start. A company wants to start a business. A company wants to start the business. A company wants to start the business by making a capital investment of rupees 1 lakh. Rupees 1 lakh. It is expected to receive rupees 30,000 during the first year. Rupees 30,000 during the first year. 30,000 during the first year. Rupees 45,000 during the second year. 45,000 during the second year. And rupees 60,000 during the third year. 60,000 during the third year. What is the NPV, net present value? What is the NPV, net present value, if the cost of capital is considered to be 8%? If the cost of capital is considered to be 8% per annum, थोड़ा सा मेरे तरफ देखो, थोड़ा सा मुझे पुष्कर देखो. लुक, ब्यूटीफुल क्वेश्चन. हमने आपसे एक वादा किया है. क्या वादा किया है? वादा हम करेंगे, पेपर सेटर उसको निभाएगा. क्या वादा किया है? एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड एक क्वेश्चन आपके पेपर में आने वाला है. अभी वो 4 क्वेश्चंस हमने कल तक डिस्कस किए थे, ये 5वां सिचुएशन है. कौन सा क्वेश्चन आएगा? लेकिन 5वां, ये जो सिचुएशन आज, इसमें से एक आएगा. व्हाट कैन चेंज? फिगर. बट फिगर इज टेम्पररी. प्रोसीजर इज look at me. How many years are there? How many years are there? I consider the years to be 0. 0 means the beginning. 0 is the origin. Why origin? Because that is the start. Then first year will be going on and first year will be over. Second, रख दो. अगला की शुरू. चार्जरची पिन आयपॅड मध्ये टाकली की चार्जिंग सुरू होतं. आवडपणा करायचा. First year is going on, first year is over. Second year is going on, second year is over. Third year is going on, third year is over. अभी मेरे तरफ देखो क्या दिया है. What is given? Your investment cash flows have been given. So those cash flows means cash moving in or out. You are making the capital investment of 1 lakh rupees. That means towards the beginning you are spending 1 lakh rupees, so that is the negative flow. That is the flow out. During the first year you are going to get what rupees? 30,000. That is the profit you are getting. During the second year you are getting what? 45,000. And during the third year you are getting what? 60,000. However, आपको ये समझना है कि ये 30,000 मेरे को 1 साल के बाद मिलने वाला है. 45,000 मेरे को 2 साल के बाद मिलने वाला है. 60,000 मेरे को 3 साल के बाद मिलने वाला है. लेकिन जो डालना है वो तो आज डालना है. 1 लाख रुपए. समझा ना? तो जो मिलना है वो बाद में मिलेगा. जो बाद में मिलेगा उसकी आज की वैल्यू निकालनी पड़ेगी, बिकॉज योर इन्वेस्टमेंट कैश फ्लो आउट इज ऑफ टुडे. जो पैसा आपके जेब में से जाता है वो आज जा रहा है, और जो मिलने वाला है वो 1 साल के बाद, 2 साल के बाद, 3 साल के बाद भी मिलने वाला है. लेकिन फ्यूचर में जो मिलेगा वो इंटरेस्ट को भी कवर करेगा ना. तो हमें क्या निकालना पड़ेगा? उसकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालना. एक बात आप पे समझ में आई होगी, हर एक अप्लाइड प्रॉब्लम में हमें प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालना है, एक्सेप्ट दैट सिंकिंग फंड. सिंकिंग फंड इज द फ्यूचर वैल्यू. समझा? तो फिर होगा क्या कि ये जो हो गई, ये 30,000 इज द ए वैल्यू, बिकॉज दैट यू आर गोइंग टू रिसीव इन फ्यूचर. 45,000 you are going to receive in future. 60,000 you are going to receive in future. और ये हर रिसीवेबल जो है फ्यूचर में उसकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि इन्वेस्टमेंट आज हो रही है। बिफोर यू स्टार्ट द बिजनेस आपको डिसीजन लेना है, ये बिजनेस करना प्रॉफिटेबल वायबल होगा या नहीं होगा, ये वायबल होगा या नहीं होगा, नहीं तो सगळंच वाहून जाईल। वायबल होगा, प्रॉफिटेबल होगा या नहीं होगा, ये आज डिसाइड करना है। वायबल होने वाला है तो बिजनेस करेंगे, होने वाला नहीं है फिर बिजनेस नहीं करेंगे। अभी वायबल है या नहीं है किसके बेसिस पे डिसाइड करेंगे, जो जाता है वो कम है और वो जो आता है वो ज्यादा है, तो ना योर इनफ्लो is more than your outflow, then you will do the business, otherwise you will not। तो फिर हर 30,000 45,000 इसमें के हर एक की हमें प्रेजेंट वैल्यू, तो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा, ओके फ्यूचर वैल्यू का फॉर्मूला क्या है, इस प्रेजेंट वैल्यू 1 प्लस r over 100 that raised to n, क्या। तो फिर प्रेजेंट वैल्यू का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा, a अपॉन 1 प्लस a upon 1 plus r upon 100 that raised to n, you can write that 1 plus I bracket raised to n, एक ही हो गया ना। तो अभी इसकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालना पड़ेगा 30,000 की, तो क्या होगा 30,000 के लिए, 30,000 डिवाइडेड बाय 1 प्लस 0.8 अपॉन 100 मीन्स 1.08 रेज टू 1, क्योंकि इसका पीरियड 1 है, हो ना, समझ गया। फिर यहां होगा 45,000 that divided by 1.08 that raised to 2, and this is 60,000 that divided by 1.08 that raised to 3। Why? Because that is the period of 3 years। निकालो, क्या निकालेंगे, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालो, प्राइस का करो, कैलकुलेशन करो, go do the calculation। Absolutely simple, very simple, you just try to stick to the calculator। अब ये कैलकुलेशन को कैसे करेंगे, 1.08 इंटू इक्वल टू किया तो स्क्वायर होगा, अपॉन इक्वल टू करेंगे तो वो डिनोमिनेटर में जाएगा, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 45,000। 1.08 इंटू इक्वल टू करेंगे तो क्यूब होगा, फिर अपॉन इक्वल टू इंटू 60,000 वैल्यू मिलेगी। करते रहो और एक्यूरेटली करते रहो, एक मिस्टेक भी नहीं होनी चाहिए अननेसेसरीली। गेट इट। तो 30,000 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.08 कितना आता है, सॉरी 27,777 2777 ना, 0.7, that's fine। Second one 38,580 38,580.3 एंड 47,629 आया है क्या, 47,729.8 और 9, दैट्स फाइन। अभी ये सबकी टोटल करेंगे तो मिलेगा एनपीवी, बट ये सबकी जब टोटल करेंगे तो ये 3 ऐड होगा और 1 लाख रुपीज माइनस होगा ना, तो दैट्स द आउटफ्लो, ये इनफ्लो हो गया। अभी ये सबकी टोटल करो कितने, माइनस 1 लाख करना पड़ेगा ना। इज दैट व्हाट, 47,600. 47,629. 47,629.9. ओके, अभी करो एडिशन. Go to the addition. हाँ, -1 लाख करोगे ना? Arjun, I will answer your question, but before that, tell me 13,987 कुछ आ रहा है? हाँ, so 13,987 or 88, that's fine. अभी ये मेरे को बोलो पॉजिटिव है या निगेटिव है? पॉजिटिव. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? 1 लाख के ऊपर मिलने वाला है ना? And therefore, because this NPV is positive, therefore the business is viable. Hence the business is viable. समझने की कोशिश करो. Now Arjun is asking the question, why are we not using the annuity formula? अभी यहाँ क्या होता है जरा समझने की कोशिश करो. annuity की जो फॉर्मूला होता है उसमें जो annuity X होती है that remains constant for every year. यहाँ क्या हो रहा है, जो आपके आउटफ्लोज इनफ्लोज आ रहे हैं, they are different, and therefore what happens is that this is not equal amount that you are receiving. So we are not, Arjun, I think you are clear with this, because this annuity amount, annuity के फॉर्मूला में क्या assumption है कि annuity amount must be constant, but यहाँ वो constant नहीं है, and therefore Arjun, we are not using the annuity. Is that clear? Is that clear? और ये नेगेटिव आता तो क्या बोलते? That is not viable. और इक्वल आता तो क्या बोलते? That is called the break even point. Break even point means with no profit, no loss. करना है तो करो, पर मिलेगा कुछ नहीं, पर जाएगा भी कुछ नहीं. Alright, business. अभी I want your attention, last couple of points, so that we will be set to start with the MCQ practice. Maybe today is what? Saturday. Tomorrow, you will prepare this chapter in and out thoroughly. Next week, there will be the first test based on this pura chapter. Meanwhile, next week, maybe from 16th of March, we'll be starting solving the issues in the module. Okay? Deal? बट पहली टेस्ट जो होगी वो उसकी प्रिपरेशन के लिए अभी तैयार रहो. एक पहला चैप्टर इतना थरोली मैंने आपको बोला था, एक स्टेप पे जाओ, उस स्टेप को कंसोलिडेट करो, फिर दूसरे स्टेप पे जाओ. तो प्रिपरेशन कल का डे आपके पास है, तो एक दिन में who do we get the test means what? You will be getting it online, na? Those who are attending the lectures online lectures will be, the paper will be given online. Not only that, paper will be given online, you can attempt it online. The moment you submit the paper, you will get the result immediately, or immediately, because this is MCQ style. Not only that, but there will be solution to every question present out there. So you can click at any question, you can see what the real solution is. I'm not talking about ABCD answer, I'm talking about the solution. तो अगर कहीं भी आपकी गलती हो गई, आप सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते ऐसा लगा, तो यू कैन क्लिक एट एनी क्वेश्चन, बट कब? सबमिट करने के बाद, बीच में नहीं. करेक्ट ना? तो ये सब है. टेक्नोलॉजिकली वी आर स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड सॉलिड, वी आर फुल प्रूफ. आपको सिर्फ पढ़ाई करनी है, बाकी सब हम देख लेंगे. क्या देख लेंगे? आपकी प्रिपरेशन को टेस्ट करना वगैरह देख लेंगे. समझा? नाउ आई वांट योर अटेंशन. Suppose you don't pass foundation, Suppose you don't pass foundation in the second attempt. Suppose you don't pass foundation in the third attempt in the month of December. And therefore you decide to quit the course. And suppose therefore you remain ordinary BCom. But BCom is, and therefore you decide to become a rickshaw driver. All right. So you want to purchase the rickshaw. Abhi, the price of that rickshaw, the cost of that rickshaw is 1 lakh rupees suppose. But आपके पास पैसा ही नहीं है. क्या? क्या मिला? क्या करेंगे? क्या मिला? भिखारी के पास कुछ ना कुछ होता है. 10 पैसा का होता है. आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं है. आप भिखारी के बाप हो गए. दूसरी बात यह कि जो भिखारी का प्रोफेशन होता है, बिजनेस होता है, उसके लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट की जरूरत नहीं होती. एक थाली मिल गई बस हो गया. लेकिन आपको रिक्शा लेना है, 1 लाख रुपए आपके पास नहीं है, तो फिर आप जाते हैं बैंक की तरफ और बैंक मैनेजर को बोलते हैं मेरे को लोन चाहिए. बैंक मैनेजर बोलता है तेरी ऐसे क्या लोन नहीं मिलेगा. तुम बोलते हैं दे दो ना यार. भिखारी इज ना शेवटी. वो बोलता है तेरे पास कुछ नहीं तो कैसे देंगे. तो बोलता है मैं आज नहीं है लेकिन आगे आएगा ना, पैसा आएगा, हम बिजनेस करेंगे, बिजनेस में से जो प्रॉफिट आएगा उसमें से हम पैसा देंगे तेरे को. वो बोलता है फिर तेरे को इंस्टॉलमेंट देना पड़ेगा फॉर द पीरियड ऑफ 3 years. तो मैंने कहा ना नहीं कहा है. आई एम रेडी टू पे द इंस्टॉलमेंट. So what the bank manager says is that, what the bank manager tells you is that you will get 1 lakh rupees today. You will get 1 lakh rupees today. Right? When will you get 1 lakh rupees? When would you get 1 lakh rupees? Today. You will get 1 lakh rupees today. So today means what? Origin. So this is the time 0. First year is going on, first year is over. Second year is going on, second year is over. Third year is going on, third year is over. Yeah. The bank manager will tell you that you have to pay an installment of 40,000 every year. How much? 40,000 every year. You will have to pay an installment of 40,000 every year. You say, okay, yearly 40,000, monthly 3,000 होता है, रिक्शा ऐसा तो मिलता है. तो एग्री. अभी होता है क्या कि आपने यहाँ वो रिक्शा ले लिया. Here you purchase that rickshaw. You drive the rickshaw. You earn the money. And at the end of the first year, you will pay the first installment of rupees 40,000. Similarly, at the end of the second year, you pay another 40,000 rupees. And at the end of the third year, you will pay another 40,000 rupees. Third, the loan is fully repaid. The loan, the charge of that bank over your rickshaw is removed now, and you become the sole owner of that. तो यहाँ क्या हो गया कि आपने बिजनेस किया, पैसा कमाया और फिर पहला इंस्टॉलमेंट भरा 40,000 रुपीज का. That means you are paying the installment at the end of the year. बट कभी कभी बैंक क्या बोलता है, यू टेक द लोन टुडे 40,000, कितना 1 लाख रुपीज, पे योर फर्स्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट इमीडिएटली, pay your first installment of 40,000 rupees immediately. When will you pay your first installment? At the beginning of the first year. You pay your 40,000 rupees at the beginning of the second year, pay the third installment of 40,000 rupees at the beginning of the third year. यहां आप कुछ नहीं भरेंगे, और इन दिस केस यहां आप कुछ नहीं भरने वाले. So your number of installments is 3 only. You are going to pay 40,000 3 times only. अभी यहाँ दो स्ट्रेटेजीज हो गई. एक स्ट्रेटेजी है पे एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर और मंथ और क्वार्टर जो भी है, और एक स्ट्रेटेजी है कि पे एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द मंथ और ईयर और क्वार्टर. अभी इन दोनों में कौन सा ज्यादा लॉजिकल लगता है? यहां जब आप बिगिनिंग में भरते हो तो यू विल स्टार्ट आर्ग्यूइंग विद द बैंक मैनेजर, मैं तेरे पास क्यों आया, क्योंकि मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है. पैसा होता तो मैं क्यों आता ना तेरे पास. अभी मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है और तू मेरे को बोल रहा है कि 40,000 रुपीज पर, मेरे को रिक्शा दे दे, मैं बिजनेस करूंगा, फिर पैसा कमाऊंगा, और फिर ये पहला इंस्टॉलमेंट भरूंगा एंड ऑफ द. And regularly that happens only, normally that happens only. And therefore whenever you are paying the installment at the end of the year, that is known as the regular annuity, that is known as the general annuity, that is known as the normal annuity, general annuity, क्योंकि generally यही होता है. But अगर if you look at the situation from the bank's point of view, बैंक के एंगल से अगर इस सिचुएशन की तरफ देखेंगे तो आप क्या कहेंगे? आप लोन ले रहे हो, हम आपको 1 लाख रुपए दे रहे हैं, और अगर आपको इंस्टॉलमेंट 1 साल के बाद भरने का है और तुमने नहीं भरा है ना, इफ योर नेम इज विजय माल्या एंड यू गेट एस्कॉन्डेड फ्रॉम इंडिया, यू गो, देन हाउ कैन वी रिकवर द मनी? अगर आप हमारे से चाहते कि 1 लाख रुपए हम आपको दें, तो आप पहले आपकी उतना गुडविल आपके रिश्तेदारों में है कि नहीं, अपना उतना गुडविल अपने दोस्तों में है कि नहीं, कि वो 40,000 आज आपको एडवांस में दे दे. कैन यू रेज 40,000 rupees फ्रॉम योर रिलेटिव्स एंड फ्रेंड एंड acquaintances? If yes, what it means is that people have a trust in you, so we will also trust you. But if your relatives are not ready to trust you, how can we? आपकी सोसाइटी में क्या गुडविल है, आपकी वो सोसाइटी में क्या पथ है, उस गुडविल को टेस्ट करने के पे एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ. अभी ये एंड में होगा या बिगिनिंग में होगा, दैट विल डिपेंड अपॉन हुज मार्केट इट इज. इफ इट इज द कस्टमर्स मार्केट, कस्टमर विल से आई विल पे एट द एंड. कभी कभी क्या होता है, ये कस्टमर के पास डॉक्यूमेंट्स होते नहीं है, समटाइम्स रिटर्न्स भरना चाहिए, वो नहीं होता है, कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ होती है कुछ. तो बैंक गोज इन द ड्राइवर्स सीट. बैंक रिक्शा नहीं चलाता, लेकिन बैंक विल बी डिक्टेटिंग द टर्म्स, एंड देन बैंक विल से पे एट द बिगिनिंग. नाउ if the installments are paid at the end of the year, that is known as the regular annuity, that is known as the normal annuity. And if you are paying the installments at the beginning of the year, that will be known as the annuity due. That will be known as what? Annuity due, or that will be also known as immediate annuity. So what is the difference between the two? In the immediate annuity, start paying from today. To start paying that money फ्रॉम टुडे, दैट मीन जब लोन लेते हो तब से आप ये बता क्या. So whenever you start paying from today, that is known as the annuity due, or that is known question. तो फिर अभी अपना जो नॉर्मल फॉर्मूला है दैट इज फॉर रेगुलर एन्युटी. व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर पी? दैट इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? एक्स ओवर आई 1 माइनस ना 1 प्लस आई रेज टू माइनस ए. एंड व्हाट इज ए फॉर रेगुलर एन्युटी? x over I 1 plus I raised to n at minus. But in specifically, if the wording is to pay from pay, then P for immediate annuity is P for regular annuity into 1. याद है आपके एग्जाम में इस pay from today. And A for immediate annuity is A for regular annuity into 1. A for regular annuity into 1 plus I. बाळांनो ये लिखो, इसे आप लिखेंगे. इसे लिखो. लिखा? If this is written, then I am going to switch over to the problem that was there in your paper. That will inject another sense of confidence in you. All now, I open that question. I open that question. Can you see the question? Can you see the question? Raju invest, write on the question. Raju invest every year. Raju invest every year a deposit starting from today, deposit of rupee 20,000 every year starting from today for the next 12 years. क्या आपके एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन था, करेक्ट ना? For the next 12 years, the rate of interest is 7% per annum. Rate of interest is 7% per annum. What will be the value? What would be the future value? अभी इस पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम्पल में वो क्वेश्चन पेपर में उन्होंने ये वैल्यू दी है, 1 plus 0.007 raised to 12. But here not necessary that they will give. What we will do is we will make a computation of. And therefore, Abhi, what is to be noticed over here? What is to be noticed over here? That you are depositing the money from today. You are depositing the money from today. And therefore, do you want to find immediate or regular annuity? Which annuity? I mean, immediate or annuity due? Do you want regular annuity or annuity due? Now, do you want future value or present value? It's a deposit problem, na? Because it is a deposit problem, you want the future value. लेकिन अभी होगा क्या ये formula? What you want is A for immediate annuity. What you want is A for immediate annuity, which is A for regular annuity into 1 plus I. But A for regular annuity is what? It is X over I into 1 plus I, that raised to N, and that minus 1, and that into 1 plus. समझा ना? अभी X is what? 20,000 every year. Rate of interest given is 7%, so this is going to be 0.07. This will be 1.07 raised to 12. That minus 1 into 1 plus 0.1. Answer. This was the question in your paper. You have to keep in mind always, please try to understand, you have to keep in mind always that you have to consider every problem as a regular problem. Trust yourself that you know the procedure. प्रॉब्लम के देखते ही अगर आपको आपके मन में अगर खौफ और डर होने वाला, डर के आगे जीत है और मैथ्स हमारी प्रीत है. Go start now. 3 lakh 82,000 830 something, but that's okay. That is the answer, and this must be given as a choice. Samjha? Is that clear? Is that clear? Now I take your attention to the remaining 4 questions of that, and for that matter you have to understand one more thing out here. Suppose you pass foundation, even though you are a girl. Are you a girl? Suppose you pass foundation. Suppose you pass foundation with first all India merit ranking, although the merit ranking is not declared, but suppose you are first in India. Suppose supposition में क्या problem है? Suppose you clear your intermediate and you clear your intermediate with first all India merit ranking. वहाँ तो merit ranking भी declare हो. Suppose therefore because you were first in India in foundation, first in India in intermediate, therefore you get an articleship with the big 4. And therefore you get a lot of exposure. Exposure means work exposure. And therefore in CA final as well you are first in India, you become a chartered accountant with first in all throughout. Therefore the day when your result is declared, जो जिस दिन आपका result declare होता है उस दिन suppose multinational company approaches and you are offered to be company, and suppose you are going to be posted in London. Headquarter, your head office of your company is at London, and you are offered a salary of 1 crore rupees per month. Suppose assumption में क्या problem? You are offered a salary of 1 crore rupees per month. You are given a big villa to stay, a chauffeur driven Mercedes car, some romantic evening, You are alone in the home. And then you start recalling through your past because you have achieved everything. You have got the qualification, you have got the job, you have got the reputation, you have got the dignified job. You have got everything that you want. You have got an authority. Basically, what a man wants, person wants is authority to work. You are not working under anybody. Under anybody, not work. Are the subordinate of anybody. You are the boss, topmost level boss. So you are sitting in the home. You start recalling your past. And all of a sudden you recall that in your 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard, you were not a very sharp student in the school. But the teachers of your school took a lot of effort on you, suppose. And therefore, whatever you are at present, that is because of the school. Yes. So you become very emotional for your school, sentimental for your school. You cannot suppress the sentiments. You take the next day's flight. Now you are CFO, na? You will not travel by the ST bus. You take the next day's flight. You go to your city. You go to the school, rush to the school. You meet the principal. And then you tell the principal that whatever I am today is because of the school. So, as a token of gratitude for the school, I wish to declare a scholarship for the student 10th standard in the school. Or you tell, I want to give a scholarship to the deserving but needy student of the school. Or I declare the prize for the student who comes first in the principal is, after all, the principal of your school. So she does not accept your offer immediately. She imposes 2 conditions. She says, I am very happy that you are placed at such a elevated post. You are so much successful in your career. But if you want to give the prize, if you want to give the scholarship, then you have to follow the 2 conditions. Number 1, every month, every year, we will not send you the mail, please send the money, we have to give the prize, we have to give the scholarship. Secondly, therefore you have to deposit some corpus money in the name of the school today. And whatever interest the bank will be giving to the school, that money will be prize of scholarship. Do you agree? And second condition she imposes is that once you declare the prize, once you declare the scholarship, it has to be given forever. You cannot give it for 5 years, 10 years. Once it is declared, it has to be finite period as long as it survives. जब तक वो स्कूल जिंदा है, तब तक वो प्राइज दिया जाएगा, वो स्कॉलरशिप दी जाएगी. You cannot give it for the specific period. Do you agree? Therefore, that the price of scholarship is given every month, every year, every quarter, whatever. So that price, that scholarship is an annuity. Why? Because it is given every year, na? So it is an annuity. Now, this annuity is not given for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but it is given for infinite period, forever. Whenever the annuity is paid forever, it is known as the perpetuity. Samjha? So what is the next concept that we are going to discuss? That the new concept is of what? Perpetuity. Now, perpetuity is the annuity paid forever. It is annuity paid forever. यहाँ forever ये जो word लिखा है, that is important for infinite time, right? For infinite period. For the infinite period. What can be the example of that? It could be the prize. It could be the scholarship. लेकिन यहाँ तक वो लिमिटेड नहीं है. It has got better application in practice. Look, who are you? बघितलं बघू. Who are you? You are a doctor of finance. A client comes to you. A client says, I have got a money today. तो कल हमने एग्जांपल लिया था रिटायरमेंट का. वो फंड की अमाउंट एक बड़ी अमाउंट मुझे मिली है. That I want to deposit so that I will get the pension every month forever as long as I'm alive, my wife is alive. So that is infinite period. You don't know when you are going to die. Listen carefully, huh? Beautiful example. So you don't know when the death will come. So for you that becomes the infinite period. Forever. And therefore I must receive the money per month, per quarter, per year, forever. So what I will be receiving as a pension forever, that is like annuity. And that annuity is forever, therefore it is a perpetuity. So you are, that client will ask you, tell me how much should I today? How much money should I deposit today? Then what will you do? You will not do the calculation immediately. You will not do the calculation immediately. What you would do is you will ask that person as to what is your present standard of living. Correct? What are your expenses today? Do you have a car? Do you have the driver for the car? What is your life standard? Because accordingly, how much money will be required every month in future when you retire, that will be based on your present standard of living. Na? So you will get the questions answered from your client. Then if you feel that this fellow might require say 25 every month forever. So 25,000 is the annuity forever, so it is the perpetuity. बट वो 25,000 डिपॉजिट करने के लिए उसको आज कितना पैसा इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, दैट विल बी प्रेजेंट. स्कॉलरशिप देने के लिए, प्राइज देने के लिए या पेंशन मिलने के लिए आज कितना पैसा इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, दैट विल बी द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. यस, दैट विल बी द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. नाउ माय क्वेश्चन इज, आर यू नॉट गोइंग टू विड्रॉ द इंटरेस्ट एवरी मंथ, एवरी ईयर? यस और नो? That interest you are going to receive as the pension, na? That interest you are going to give as the prize, na? That interest you are going to give as the scholarship, no? And therefore that you are going to withdraw immediately. And because you are going to withdraw immediately, it will be like a simple interest, क्योंकि वो बैंक के पास रखेंगे तो कंपाउंडिंग होगा ना. लेकिन यहाँ कोई कंपाउंडिंग का सवाल ही नहीं आता, क्योंकि ये इंटरेस्ट सिंपल इंटरेस्ट है. And therefore what you will do is that this annuity, this perpetuity is nothing. What is the formula for the simple interest? It would be P into N into R, and that over 100. But try to understand, this simple interest is nothing but X. So that you will be giving as a pension, that you will be giving as the price, that you will be receiving as the pension. So that will be like annuity forever. So this is X. P is the deposit that you are going to keep today. N, this you are going to get every year, every month. Na? So that is always going to be 1. And rate of interest divided by 100 is nothing but. And therefore what you get is X is equal to P into I. Therefore X over I is nothing but present. X over I is nothing but the present value. So what is the formula for the perpetuity? That formula for the perpetuity is nothing but P is equal to X over I, where what is P? It is the deposit to be kept today. Then what is X? That is the price. That is the scholarship. That is the scholarship. That is the pension. forever, and of course I is going to be I r divided, that is going to be r divided by 100. Is that clear? Is that clear? Good. अभी इसमें एक प्रॉब्लम होता है. If you remember your days of the school, and if at all you find that you remember that you have got some prize, आपको कुछ प्राइज मिला था स्कूल में, नहीं लगता है लेकिन क्या था, तो आपको कितना प्राइज अमाउंट मिला था? 10 रुपीज, 12 रुपीज, 15 रुपीज, करेक्ट ना? If your school is a old school, then your price amount was few rupees, 10 rupees, 15 rupees, 100 rupees, etc. फिर वो प्राइस मिलने के बाद तुम बोलते ये 10 रुपीज से मेरा क्या होगा, या 100 रुपीज क्या होगा, तुम दे दे. बट ऐसा क्यों हुआ है? That because your school was 100 years old school, somebody had kept this deposit, that is P, 50 years back. 50 years back 100 rupees had a value. तो उन्होंने इतना ही डिपॉजिट रखा था कि जिसके इंटरेस्ट होगा 100 रुपीज, विच वॉज सस्टेंशियल दैट टाइम. अभी वो अमाउंट उतनी ही है ना डिपॉजिट की, तो 100 रुपीज विल रिमेन 100 रुपीज, एंड देयरफॉर you are getting the meager amount of 100. That is not, amount is not matter, you are getting the price. That means you have done something, that appreciation is more important. क्या उस एज में स्टैंडर्ड में 11 रुपीज किया तो क्या है, समझा ना? अभी आपको एज ए डॉक्टर ऑफ फाइनेंस समझना होगा कि ये अमाउंट छोटी छोटी होती है. ये इसलिए होती है क्योंकि ये डिपॉजिट रखा पहले. अभी पेंशन के बारे में सोचो. आई गेट अ पेंशन ऑफ 25,000 सपोज पर मंथ टुडे. इन्फ्लेशन, महंगाई बढ़ती रहेगी, नेक्स्ट ईयर भी पर मंथ 25,000 ही मिलेगा, तो उसकी वैल्यू कम होगी, थोड़ा सा कम होगी ना, परचेसिंग पावर कम होगी ना, थर्ड ईयर में और कम होगी. 10 years बाद क्या होगा? आफ्टर 10 years व्हाट विल हैपन? वो 25,000 से कुछ नहीं होने वाला. तो आप बोलेंगे अभी ये 25,000 मेरे लिए, मैं जब रिटायर हुआ था तो काफी था, सब्सटेंशियल था, इनफ था, एडेक्वेट था, लेकिन आज वो मेरे लिए काफी नहीं है क्योंकि महंगाई बढ़ गई. तो इसलिए जो 25,000 आज मिल रहा है उसमें जितना कुछ रेट ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन है उतना तो होना चाहिए ना. So that is called the growing perpetuity. Every year that will grow. Every year that pension amount you receive should grow so that you can meet the cost of living and you can maintain the same standard of life today. तो क्या कहा जाता है? Growing perpetuity. In that case, what will you do? In that case, what will you do? Suppose the rate of interest is I. In that case, there is a small difference formula in this, that is equal to x divided by, suppose that I is what? Rate of interest. So it is the I with rate of interest minus I with growth that you did. I growth that you did. तो I for the rate of, ये भी एक एप्लीकेशन हो गया. मैंने आपको क्या बोला, एक एप्लीकेशन जरूर आने वाला है, और एक एप्लीकेशन हो, ग्रोइंग परपेचुइटी. गिव द हेडिंग को कहीं तो भी जगह बना लो, कागज पे बना लो, कागज पे फिर दिल में बना लो, और जगह ही हो कागज. Growing perpetuity. What is IR? That is the rate of interest. That is the normal rate of interest. And what is IG? That is the growth rate that you want. Growth rate. That is the rate of growth. Is that clear? दिखा. और एक application. To understand this now, first of all, let us complete this problem so that we will be in a position to start solving the MCQs. Come on. 39, 40, 41, 42 ये चारों क्वेश्चंस को अभी फिनिश करो so that this discussion over, then MCQ solving will be there. Go start now. Will you try the question on your own? A person deposits 10,000 rupees per annum. अब ये पर एनम है, इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? पर एनम है, पर क्वार्टर है, पर मंथ है, तो क्या हो गया? एन्युटी. सो बेसिकली इट इज द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ व्हाट? एन्युटी. Rate of interest is 9% per annum. How much will he receive for after 8 years? हाँ कुछ गड़बड़ होती है. ये जो पीरियड दिया है ना 8 years का, यहाँ गड़बड़ है. What happens? You open. What do you open? Account. When do you open? When do you open? Today. That is 0 point. From today ऐसा कुछ दिया है क्या? You are paying 10,000 from today ऐसा दिया है क्या? नहीं, that means this is regular annuity. You are paying at the end. First year is over. You pay 10,000. Second year is over. You pay 10,000. Third year is over. You pay 10,000. Fourth year is over. You pay 10,000. Fifth year is over. You pay 10,000. अभी इसके आगे आप कुछ भरने वाले नहीं हो, लेकिन आपको वैल्यू चाहिए वो 8 years के बाद की चाहिए ना. तो आफ्टर 8 years व्हाट इज द वैल्यू दैट यू वांट? So this A is equal to what that you want. लेने की कोशिश करो. समझा क्या आपको ये? तो अभी क्या होगा? दिस इज एन्युटी फॉर ओनली पीरियड ऑफ 5 years. तो अभी आप इसमें कैसे सोचेंगे? बोलो मेरे को ऐसा क्वेश्चन मॉड्यूल पे भी है. हाउ विल यू थिंक ओवर दिस सिचुएशन? हाउ विल यू थिंक ओवर दिस? You can find A for regular annuity after 5 years. समझा? By what formula? X over I. 1 plus I raised to n that minus 1. By this formula you will find A. But that is the closing value of the 5th year, na? So that will become the present value at the beginning of the 6th year. लेकिन अभी यहां तक वो एन्युटी था. अभी फॉर नेक्स्ट फर्दर 3 years इट विल बिकम लाइक अ प्रॉब्लम ऑफ कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, क्योंकि अभी हर साल तो नहीं भर रहे हो ना. तो जो अमाउंट एक्यूमुलेट हुआ है 5 years के बाद वही कंटिन्यू हो गया देन ओपनिंग अमाउंट फॉर द 6th year. And therefore now this A will be equal to what? Into 1 plus R over 100 that raise. So this is partial annuity, partial interest. 5 years के लिए annuity है, बाकी further years के लिए वो compound interest है. Of course rate of interest is same 9% per annum. Now period will be treated to be what? पहले 5 years हुआ था ना. तो फिर this is equal to what? This is 9,000 divided by I is 9% means 0.09. This will be 1.09 that raised to how many? 5 that minus 2. ये निकालो, यही बनेगा P. 10,000 divided by 0.09. अभी यही बनेगा P यहाँ. फिर this P into 1 plus 9 over 100 that raised T. Beautiful question. It is a mix of annuity and interest. ये आपको समझा है क्या? कहो ना समझ गया, कहा ना समझ गया. हो गया है क्या? There is some problem with the voice, Vivek. All those are online. Some problem with the voice? No problem ना? नहीं, आपको प्रॉब्लम है विवेक, लेकिन बाकी लोगों को क्या? Can you hear me? कट रहा है आवाज। ओके ठीक है, बाकी 3 प्रॉब्लम्स तो थोड़ा सा जल्दी खत्म करेंगे, आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम, बट बाकी जो बचे 3 प्रॉब्लम्स है वो ट्राई करेंगे आप अपना अपना। यहाँ जो तीसरा प्रॉब्लम दिया है उसमें क्या हो रहा है कि ये प्रेजेंट वैल्यू भी दी है, फ्यूचर वैल्यू भी दी है एन्युटी की, एंड व्हाट यू वांट टू फाइंड इज द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट। व्हिच फॉर्मूला वुड यू यूज, टेल मी, व्हाट फॉर्मूला वुड यू यूज? 1 upon p minus 1 upon a is equal to I upon x. That was one formula. And the other formula was a is equal to p into 1 plus r over 100 that raised to n. That was the second formula. जो दिया है उसके कंसिस्टेंट वर्ब, उसके डिपेंडिंग वर्ब कौन सा होगा, फर्स्ट या सेकंड? एन्युटी दिया है क्या? हैव यू बीन गिवन द एन्युटी? नो, therefore I will use the second form. समझा? Will you complete? एंड बाकी जो 2 क्वेश्चंस है वो परपेचुइटी के हैं, जरा कोशिश करो, अगर नहीं हुआ तो मंडे को पूछो, आवाज में लग रहा है। I don't want anybody to miss that content, so we will little early to, no problem. Okay? समझा कि नहीं समझा? लेकिन अभी कल क्या करना है? प्रैक्टिस करना है। टेस्ट लेंगे, कब लेंगे? वेंसडे चलेगा, वहां तक का पीरियड चलेगा, तो वेंसडे देयर विल बी द टेस्ट। एज फार एज पॉसिबल दोज हु आर अटेंडिंग ऑफलाइन गिव द टेस्ट ऑफलाइन, दोज हु आर अटेंडिंग ऑनलाइन यू कैन गिव इट ऑनलाइन, नो प्रॉब्लम। ओके।